Okay, so today we are doing compound interest. So we are having a basic idea regarding principal, what is principal, okay, and what is interest. Okay, interest is also termed as simple interest. Okay, what is rate of interest, what is time period. Okay, these all things we did. Okay. So now we are going to continue with compound interest, the next part of simple interest. Okay, so now what is the difference between, first you understand what is the difference between compound interest and simple interest. If you have solved the simple interest sums, so you saw that the simple interest, the principal will be same throughout the sum. The principal will be, if it is 10,000, we are starting with the 10,000, the principal will be always 10,000. If it is for 3 years also, the value will be 10,000 only. It will not vary. Okay, but in case of a compound interest, the principal will vary. Why the principal will vary and how it varies? Okay, how it will vary. See, in simple interest we are calculating the interest on the actual value. For example, if I have given a principal of 10,000 to a person, and I need to have the, for example, if I am giving the money to you, so you will pay me the interest over that one. If it is for 3 years, you will pay me the interest for 3 years on the 10,000 only in simple interest. But when it is the case of compound interest, what you have to do, you have to pay interest over interest. Confused? Okay, I will make it clear with the sum. I will explain you the theory what I have told you. Okay, that one I will explain with the sum. So what I told you, the simple interest, the principal will be constant. Okay, simple interest, the principal what I told you will be constant. But in case of a compound interest, the principal what I told you, it will vary, means it will change. In each and every step it is going to change. So how? See, let us take an example. I will tell you with an example. This one example is, first example number 1. So example is, they are saying that for example, we will take a principal of 10,000 where rate of interest is 10% and time period is 3 years, for example. Okay, you listen to the example, then you can do everything. Okay, so now how to find out the compound, just like simple interest only, but where is the difference, I will show you with an example. That one also I will explain you. First to understand the basic sums, how to do compound interest. Okay, so now okay, so this is what our principal, this is our principal. Okay, so here what I am saying, the principal, this is what I am doing, compound interest I am doing, the principal will vary, I told you. In 3 years, the time period is how much? 3 years. In the period of 3 years, the principal will every time vary. It means that when it is the first year, it is 10,000. When I am starting, it will be 10,000. But when in the second year, it may be 10,000. It may not be 10,000. Why? Because I told you compound interest varies. Principal, compound interest, the principal will vary. Okay, but with respect to simple interest, it doesn't. That one I will also show. Okay, so now first one, see what I have to write. It is also having a format. Okay, how to write, having a format. Okay, just like statement sums, we did not statement sums, we have to write the statement for that one. After that we need to calculate. But in simple interest, what was there? Simple interest is good, directly we need to place the formula, we are getting the answer. But here you have to nicely you have to write the formula nicely or step. Okay, solution of this one. So first what you will do, this is the principal, this is the rate of interest, this is the time period. Time period is how much? 3 years. In case of simple interest, what we used to do, we used to take directly 3 years. Directly we used to take 3 years, but in this case we will do 1 year, 1 year, 1 year individually, means 3 times we will do. We will solve the sum with 3 times. Why? I will tell you. That one also I will tell you. Okay, each and everything I will tell you, discuss with you. So first what you will do, first you will write the principal is how much? The principal is 10,000 done, and rate of interest is done, and time period is done. So first I will say interest in first year. What is the interest in first year? P into T into R by 100. Okay, so principal is P into T into R by 100. So principal is how much? Principal is 10,000. 10,000 into time period is, I told you it will take individual 1 year. It's not that completely will take for 3 years. So 1 year, the rate of interest is 10% by 100. So how much I am going to get? 0, 0, 0, 0 cancelled. So it is how much? 1,000. So rupees 1,000 is our interest. Okay, now what I have to do? I have to find out the amount. After getting the interest, I have to find out the amount. That one only, no? So amount amount at the end of first year. This is the end of first year. After finding out the amount, the year is done. So you'll write amount at the end of first year is how much? Principal plus interest. Principal is how much? 10,000 and interest is 1,000. No, this is the formula. So it will be 11,000. Up to here it's clear. Clear. Now we'll enter into the second year. First year is done. Na? First year, for example, I have taken a amount principal. I have taken a loan from a bank. So this is the loan I have taken from the bank. Okay. So let me write this one. Loan taken from bank. I have taken this a loan from a bank, and they are saying that when you have taken a loan from a bank, you need to pay me 10% interest. Okay, for 3 years you need to pay me 10% interest for 3 years. Okay, so in the first year I have taken the principal. So first year I have kept the amount as principal as it is. So I have to pay him the interest for throughout the year. For throughout the year, the interest I have calculated as 1,000 rupees is the total interest which I need to pay throughout the year. So I have this is the interest. So at the end of the year, so how much actually I need to pay? I need to pay the principal amount as well as the interest. Totally how much? 11,000. 11,000 is the amount which I need to pay back. Clear? Now it's not done now because this is for 1 year. I have to calculate for 3 years. Remaining 2 years are left. So now what I have to do? Again I have to find out the interest. So before finding out the interest, I need to find out the principal. Okay, why? See, before taking out the interest, what I was having? I am having the principal, I am having the rate, I am having the time. So for every successive years, I need to find out the principal, rate and time for everyone. So this 1 year is done. So I am going to enter into the new year. Okay, in that again I have to find out the principal. Then what is the principal? Can anyone? Principal? Principal at the beginning of second year. What is the principal of beginning of the second year? The amount which was there at the end of the first year will be converted into the principal of second year. Clear? So the amount at the end of first year is how much? 11,000. So that will be the principal of second year. So it will be how much? It will be rupees 11,000. So our interest which we need to calculate will be on what? 10,000 or 11,000? We'll do it on 11,000. You understood the difference? We'll do it some. Okay. So here again I have to take out the interest now. Okay. So interest in the second year. In second year how much? Same P into T into R by 100. But here principal will change to 11,000. Into rate is 10% as it is. Time is 1 year by 100. 0, 0, 0, 0 cancel. How much? 1100 is your rate of interest. Okay, interest which you need to pay. See, interest is increasing. In the first year interest was 1000. In the second year the interest is 1100. Why? Because the principal got increased. Nah? When I am increasing the principal, because interest is calculated on the principal only. With the increase in principal, the rate which I need to pay is increasing. So I need to pay 11,000. So now what I have to find out? Interest also I have to find out amount. So these are the steps you see. First and the foremost thing, you need to find out the principal. First point. Second, after getting the principal, interest. After getting the interest, these two things. Okay. So I got the principal. First step is done. I got the interest. Second step is done. Third step is I need to find out the amount. In all the case, same thing only. Okay. I have to find out the amount now. Amount at the end of how much? Second year. How much? Amount will be, principal is how much? Principal at the end of second, not this one you will take. Principal at the end of second year with that of interest at the end of second year. Which one? Principal is how much? 11,000 and interest is how much? 1100. So it will be how much? 11,000 plus 1100. How much? 12,100. How much? 11,000. Add and tell me. 0, 0. How much it will be? Will add up to how much? 0, 0, here it will be 1, here 2, 12,100, na? 12,000 is 100 is a amount at the end of second year. Okay, do one thing, you keep it for second year only. Second year, clear? Up to here it's clear, everything is clear. See, let me make a summary of that again. Principal, every time first I will see what is my principal. So at the starting of the year, obviously the principal what is there, it will be there only, that one only. So principal rate time, so I have started with the year, done. So now after finding out the interest, I need to find out the amount, so done. So now as compound interest says that whatever the amount is there at the end of first year, that will be the principal of the next year. Amount at the end of first year, okay, that will be the principal of second year. So means that what I told you, that principal, compound interest, principal vary. So you see that here the principal was there in the first year. What is the principal? Now the principal is, so it is changing or is constant? It's changing. So it's right only. Understood? Understood this one, na? Having any doubt in this one? Now, so here we have calculated the amount at the end of second year. See, the question may be in such a way, what they will say, find out the amount at the end of second year. So what you will find out? This value. So for that you need to calculate the whole thing. If you will say that they are not asking me to find out the amount at the end of first year, so you will not calculate. It's possible without finding out the amount. So they may ask you what is the amount outstanding, or they may ask you what is the amount outstanding at the end of second year. I mean, it's the same thing, the thing is same only. Or they may ask you what is the amount being credited at the end of second year. Same thing. They will try to make you confused. Don't get confused, the thing is same. Outstanding, credited amount, what is the amount credited at the end of second year, all things all are same only, okay, they are not different, okay. So now amount is done. In case they are asking you to find out the compound interest, because the chapter is compound interest, so they are asking you to find out the compound interest at the end of second year. Okay, so what I will do, compound interest formula is what? Compound interest is equal to what?
A minus P.
What is A minus P?
Amount minus principal.
Amount of what?
So
Amount of last year minus the principal of the first year. The amount of last year. Last year means how many years we have calculating? For 2 years. And the amount of first year is how much? The starting what they gave you. Principal, what is the principal for the starting year? 10,000. So compound interest will be how much? Compound interest is equal to 4. Compound interest for second year you can say, or at the end of second year you can say, okay, or many things are there, okay, equal to how much? 12,100 amount at the end of second year, 12,100 minus principal at the starting is how much? 10,000, no? 10,000. So how much it is there? 2,100, no? 2,100. This is the compound interest. One more method is what there. They are saying that do one thing. If you are finding it difficult to find out compound interest by using a formula, do one thing. You add all the interests. You add all the interest, you will get your compound interest. How? Let us see that one also. After adding, they are saying that you will get your interest. Okay. First year interest is how much? Second year interest is?
1100.
Do I am getting after addition of interest? Or compound interest is equal to interest of first year plus interest of second year. Interest of first year is how much? Rupees 1,000 plus interest of second year is 1,100. So how much? Rupees 2,100 is your total compound interest. This is what your answer is, right? So means we can do like this also. In your book, in our book, that one they are saying that if you are finding it difficult, you can do like this also. Clear? Any doubt? In case if they are asking in the question, what is the amount created at the end of first year? Amount created at the end of first year means 11,000. Amount created at the end of second year means 12,100. Clear? If they are saying that find out the compound interest at the end of first year, so you will use this one, compound interest at the end of first year means what you will do? Compound interest at the end of first year, same thing, instead of second year, first year, the amount will be of which one? Amount 11,000, first year amount, minus original principal is 10,000 only, everywhere. You will do that. Clear? Or same thing, if this is not there, 1,000 directly you can do. Any method you can do, follow, okay, whatever they are asking you to do. Next, in case if they are saying what is the amount acquired means what? The means interest you have earned, okay, but till now you have not received. Spelling is ACCRUED, acquared. In question, if they are asking you, they will try to make you confused by using these words only. So by seeing this word, you will get confused. You know throughout the sum, but by seeing this word, you will get confused what they are asking you to find out. So be careful with the words ACCRUED. Means you have means you have what I have to say means you have got that value, means amount you have got, you have achieved this value 1000 rupees, but till now it has not been credited in your account. So they may ask you, what is the amount acquired at the end of first year? 11,000. What is the amount acquired at the end of second year? 12,100. So they may try to confuse you with many words. Okay, understand? Okay, so we understood that the principal of second year will be always the amount of the previous year, है ना? Amount of the amount at the end of first year will be the principal of second year. This one we understood. Okay, now understood up to here, you have understood everything. In the school, whatever they are asking you to do, okay, if they are saying to find out the compound interest by using the formula only, you have to go for that one only. Like this also, as I told you, to add all the interest, like that also you get your answer, but they are going to give you the marks in the school. So according to teachers, you do. Okay, but if it is a board exam, because this is a class 10 also, the chapter class 9 also compound interest is there, in class 10 also compound interest is there, maybe probably 10 is there or not, don't know, 10 is not there. Okay, so according to that, okay, so whatever your teacher is doing, explain, you understand all the methods. Okay, so if anyone is trying to cross you with a question, so you can say like this also we can do with those, no? Because these methods, what I am telling you, it will be applicable in next class also. So go through everything. Okay, so you understood this one? Compound amount and principal, everything is like that. Simple interest also same thing though.
So amount is the last.
Whatever year, if they are asking to compound interest of first year, so amount of first year minus principal. If the compound interest for second year, so amount of second year minus principal, original principal. If compound interest is for third year, amount of third year minus principal, original principal. Principal will be always original.
The principal will be
Always constant. Amount will vary, but the principal will be always the principal which you have taken in the starting. Amount will be of which year they are asking compound interest, that will be the amount of that particular year. Clear? Okay. So you understood. Now let us see, we'll compare with the simple interest how it is different. Now same question, we'll do it with a simple interest. Let me see, up to 2 years, will the amount varies or it will be same? Okay. Same principal, same time, same rate. Okay, so now we'll do 1 year or directly. So now we will see how it will be different with that of a simple interest. Now we will do simple interest. Okay, so the principal is same, so I'm not writing it again. Okay, so now what I have to find out first? So again I will let me write 10,000 is your principal and time period is how much? 2 years, and rate of interest is 10% per annum. Okay, per annum means you know now what is per annum for a year. Okay, so now what I have to find out? Simple interest. Okay, simple interest of what? First year, for first year. So how much it will be? P into T into R by 100, 10,000 into 1 year into time rate percent by 100. So it will be how much? 1,000. Huh? See, interest for first year is 1,000. Here also same. Why? Because the principal was same, na? The starting it will be same only. You understand? Okay. So amount at the end of first year, na? How much? 10,000 plus 1,000. How much? 11,000. Right? See? Say, what is the doubt? Directly we used to do, na? If I will do directly, then how I can compare? I'm saying that one. Okay. Like this also you can do, but the thing is that you are saying that directly we used to place that 2 years directly instead of time 1 year, na? So we can do that one also, but I want to show you that what is the difference between like this. Okay, that's why individually I am taking out. Okay, so many differences are there that you need to understand, because they may ask you the question, they will give you a value, they will say that Mr. A, I will show you that one also how to do. First to understand this one, amount at the end of first year is done. Now what? Now again I have to find out the principal. Now what is the principal? How much? Huh? 10,000. What I told you, Simple interest principal remain constant, it doesn't vary. I told you na. Compound interest, what happening is, you know, the what is the amount that will become the principal of the next year, but here it's not like that. The principal will be same. That's why I told you that I will show you this one. So principal is always 10,000 only, and time period 1 year, and rate is how much? 10%. Clear? Clear this one? Now what I have to find out? Simple interest again. Simple interest for second year. What is the formula? P into T into R by 100 means obviously I am going to get how much? Again same 1000 only I will get, na? Hana? Confused? Hana? Same P into T into R, same values, na? So 1000 I will get. There is no need to do any calculation. So next what I have to take out? Amount. Amount is how much? Amount will be how much? Amount at the end of second year? End of second year, how much? Amount? Amount will be how much? Principal plus interest. Principal is how much? Amount at the end of the year, what we will do? In this case, we will add the amount of first year with the interest of second year. Amount at the end of second year. So what you have to do? See, you understand one thing, that we got this 1000. So what we did with the 1000? Anything we did? Yes, we did the calculation with the principal we have added so as to get the amount at the end of second year. So we got 11,000. Okay. So 11,000 what we have got, we are using it for any place, or we are leaving as it is. Do we? In this case, the 11,000 which we got, we have used it as a principal for the next year. So 11,000 was useful for us. So we need to calculate 11,000, because here without getting 11,000 we cannot do the second part. Hana? But here after getting 11,000, do we are keeping it into use in the next year? No. Then is it necessary to find out 11,000? When it is of no use, why I will find out 11,000? Then why I am finding out 11,000? Because the amount at the end of second year, when you are trying to find out, you need to add the amount of first year plus the interest. That is the use of the value 11,000. Otherwise, why we will find out? I will not find out. No. If it is of no use, I can find out this one directly. Then why I will go for this one? Clear? See, if you will ask me, then what is the use of taking out this one? See, if you will say that interest I am having, I will add with the principal. So how much you are going to get? Again same 11,000 only. So that is wrong, because first year also 11,000, second year also 11,000. Should increase, na? The amount should increase. It should not be constant. Na? It should increase. So how it will be increased? So the amount at the end of first year with that of interest of second year. So it will become a new amount. Okay. See the difference. What is the difference? Here what we are doing, we are finding out the amount. We are taking indirectly, we are taking this 11,000 is what? 11,000, you forget that is a principal. It is the amount of first year. Okay, and you are doing the calculation on the amount of first year, and in that you are adding the interest of second year. The same thing we can do here, but the difference is what? We are not doing any calculation on the amount, but we need to ultimately add with this amount only. This one value plus this one will get you this value. Here also we are doing the same thing, but we are doing the calculation, because we are saying that the amount which was there at the end of first year, I have assumed that will be my principal in the next year. So when I have assumed that is the principal of the next year, so I have to do the calculation on that. Okay, so I did that one. Okay, so means the last year principal or the amount I am using it in the next year also. I am not leaving it as it is. Okay, in this case, and in this case I am not using it in the calculation, but when I am finding out the amount, I have to consider the amount of the last year with that of interest of this year. Clear? Clear na? Okay, so it will be how much? 11,000 plus 1,000, how much? It will be rupees 12,000. See, amount got increased. Clear? Don't get confused. Again you understand. Here what we are doing, I have got the amount at the end of first year as 11,000. Here also 11,000. Done. Okay, both are same, exactly same. But from the next second year, it will be changed. Why? As I told you, the amount at the end of first year, in case of compound interest, will be the principal of the next year. So means I am considering that amount for calculation. Do I am doing same thing in simple interest? I am considering the amount of 11,000. No, I told you that the amount of principal will be constant. So I am taking 10,000 only. I am not taking 11,000. But here they are taking 11,000. So they are not leaving 10,000, 11,000, but they are considering the 11,000 and they are doing the calculation over 11,000. And after doing the calculation over 11,000, they got the value as 1,100. So this 1,100 over what I am getting? Over 11,000. 11,000 is what? Is the amount of previous year. Okay, in that they are adding the value. So they are considering 11,000, which was the amount of previous year. With that they are adding the simple interest of this year. So amount of this year is equal to amount at the end of previous year plus interest of this year, in compound interest. So here also amount will be what? Amount of previous year plus interest of this year. So I am taking the amount of previous year and the interest of this year. The only what is the difference? But when I am taking the interest of second year, here I am considering 11,000, which is a new principal. But here I am not considering the 11, I am considering only 10,000. Only that is the difference between both the simple interest and compound interest. Everything will be same as it is. You just see, compare and see. For example, they will say that in your questions, it's just like an example. In question, they will say Mr. A and Mr. B is there. Mr. A went to a bank, okay, to take a loan. Okay, and Mr. B also went to some other bank to take a loan. Mr. A has taken the loan in compound interest form, where Mr. B has taken in simple interest form. So who is going to pay more interest? So here compound interest was how much? Previously we have taken how much was the compound interest for us? Compound interest how much? 2,100. This case, how much it was? 2,100. No, when we did calculate compound interest, how much we did? 2,100 only. Here compound interest. Here interest how much? Interest means simple interest. Interest how much? Principal minus interest. Interest how much you tell? How much is the interest? Why it will be 1,000? Interest means what? Here how we have find it out the interest. Interest was interest of second year means what? Compound interest at the end of second year means amount at the end of second year with that of a original principal. Here is the same thing. Why you are making different? Interest they are asking you. When they are asking you after second year they are asking you. So you have to consider the amount at the end of second year minus original principal. So how much it is? Rupees 12,000 minus rupees 10,000. How much? Rupees 2,000. Clear? So here Mr. B is there. Here Mr. A is there. So Mr. A has taken a loan from some bank and Mr. B has taken from loan. They are saying that who is going to pay more interest? So Mr. A will pay 2,100 where Mr. B will pay only 2,000. So Mr. A is going to pay more interest because this is interest over interest. Because why? Because I told you this one we are taking 11,000 calculation, but here we are taking only 10,000. Okay, they may ask you, they will say you that they will give you the comparison. They will say Mr. A like this, or he has taken in compound, he has taken in simple interest. Now tell me what is the compound interest or who has paid more interest. So you will solve this one like this. You will see what is the difference in interest. So Mr. A has taken. Mr. A is going to pay more interest. How much means 2,100 minus 2,100 is the more interest which A is going to pay. Clear? This type of sum may come in the exam. Okay.
3 years.
If it is 3 years, amount at the end of second year, this will become the principal of third year. So again I will calculate the interest on third year. Again there will be amount. Then I will find out the compound interest.
Then
Compound interest of third simple interest 3 years. So this part will be not there. Okay, so again I have to find out principal will be same, time 1 year, rate will be 10%. Interest I will take out, again I will get 1,000 only because the principal rate everything is same. Okay, and after that what I have to find out? Amount. So when I have to find out the amount, I have, for example, how much I will get interest? 1,000. So 12,000 plus 1,000. When I was finding out this one, I have used the amount of this one amount, okay, and with the principal. So like this I will take out simply. If it is 4 years, again the same process continues.
So it will be like amount of
Previous year plus interest of this year. Okay, clear? In difference is what? I will use the principal, a constant principal will be not changing in this case, but in this case the principal will be changing every time. Okay, understood this one? Okay, next one. See in this one, the question is that find the simple interest, okay, find the simple interest on rupees 6,000, okay, for 3 years at the rate of 6% per annum. So you can calculate this one simple interest directly, okay, for 3 years directly you will do, there is no need to do. Next they are saying that also find the total amount due after 3 years compounded annually, means compounded annually means you have to do it by compound interest, okay. Find the difference between simple interest and compound interest. So you can do, means they are same thing, they are saying that do one thing, you take out the simple interest and you find out the compound interest for 3 years, amount is same, so principal is same, rate is same, time is same, just like this one only. But here I have did it individually, they are saying they don't do individually, you take it directly 3 years, 2 years, okay. Why I did this one? So as to explain you what is the difference inside. If I have done this one directly, then you will be confused, okay, then you have by hearted maybe that this is the method, I have to by heart only. You understood now the basic difference, that's why I have explained you. But in the question if they are asking you, you directly take 2 years, okay, this one you have to do like this process only, okay. Next they are saying that find the difference between compound interest and simple interest, rupees 15,000 2 years 6%. You can do this one also. Principal is 15,000, time is 2 years and the rate of interest is 6% per annum. Compound interest means like this, individually you have to find out. Simple interest directly you will take 2 years, direct 2 years, okay, no need to do individually. After that you will take out the interest of this case, this difference minus, okay. Next calculate the compound interest on rupees 8,000 for 2 years. This one you can do 5% per annum, simple question. Principal is there, time is there, rate is there, okay, you have to find out the compound interest, simple na, simple sum, okay. Next one, okay, they are saying that, okay, this one you see, a person, I will say this one, a person invested rupees 10,000, you see I am just comparing with the question, okay, for 2 years and the rate of interest was 10% per annum in a company. This is the question, okay. They are saying that find the compound interest for second year, means at the end of second year compound interest for second year means at the end of second year. So for that you have to do calculation up to the amount of second year, because how to find out compound interest at the end of second year, you tell me. How to find out compound interest at the end of second year, you tell me. Compound interest at the end of second year means you should have the amount at the end of second year. For that you have to do the calculation, means this amount minus the principal, so you will get the compound interest at the end of second year, clear, okay. Next one they are asking you the compound interest for third year and the amount at the end of third year. Compound interest at the third year means you have to do third year calculation, then compound interest same thing. If they are asking you to find out the amount at the end of first year is how much, 11,000, and the compound interest at the end of first year is 11,000 minus 10,000, 1,000, clear. Amount at the end of second year is 12,100. Compound interest at the end of second year means 12,100 minus 10,000, so 2,100 is the answer, clear. This type of question will come very easy, okay. Next one, okay, this one I will tell you. Next one, next question, they are saying that you see this question, a man has borrowed rupees 5,000, means borrowed means what, this is what, a principal only, okay. So principal is how much, rupees 5,000, okay, at 4% per annum compound interest. So rate of interest is how much, 4% per annum means for any year, okay. Compound interest they are saying, okay, he pays, now see this one, you understand this one, he pays rupees 500 at the end of first year. This person has taken some, for example, you have see, for example, Mr. A is there, he has paid Mr. B, he has given a loan to Mr. B, okay, how much, rupees 5,000, okay. So what he is saying, he is saying that for how many years he has paid the loan, he has given the loan, do you saying, no, he is not saying like that anything, but he is saying that this Mr. B, he has to pay the amount back. He is saying that at the end of first year, he has paid rupees 500. He has paid back the amount of rupees 500. Okay. Find the amount of loan left at the end of second year. How much amount of loan is being still left which he need to pay to this guy at the end of second year. Understood the question clearly? Now we'll do the calculation. Okay. So principal is there, rate is there, so and time is there. Time they gave you. They saying na find the amount of loan left at the end of second year means 2 years. So indirectly they saying that one only. है ना? Find the amount of loan left at the end of second year. What does it mean? The years are 2 years. So directly they are not saying. So you have to understand. 2 years only. If they'll ask you find the amount of loan being left after 4 years, means time is 4 years. Clear? So in this case time is how much? 2 years. Clear? Now what I have to find out first? I need to find out the interest again. Same thing, interest I have to find out now. Compound interest. Okay. So principal is there. So interest at the end of first year. Interest for how much? First year. How much? P into T into R by 100. 5000 into 4 into 1 by 100. How much? It will be 0000. So 5400, 5420. So rupees 100. 200 is the interest which he need to pay. So what is the amount? After taking out interest, what is the next step? Finding out the amount. Amount at the end of first year. How much? Principal plus interest. How much? Rupees 5200. Clear? This much is clear. These are basic things. Okay. Now what he's trying to say? He's saying that he has paid. How much he has paid? He has paid rupees 500 at the end of first year. Means after this we told him that now which if you want to pay me back the entire amount, that is 5200. He said that much amount I am not having. I am having only 500. Then I told you give me 500 only. What is the problem?
That will be
Subtracted. Because he has paid me something na. So when I have taken some amount from me, obviously the amount it will decrease na, the loan amount, or it will increase. It will decrease. He has paid me. So he has paid me is what? That value will come down. This value will come down na. Okay. So now after calculation for this year I told you need to pay me 5200. If you are agreed, you give me now only. He said that this much amount I cannot pay together. So I told you how much you are having. He said that I have earned something 500, somewhere I have earned 500 and I will pay you 500 now. I told okay, give whatever is possible, give me now only, so that some of the thing will be reduced na. Okay. So now he has paid how much? Amount paid by him. How much? Rupees 500. So now what is the principal? Now obviously if he has not paid this one, this will be the principal next year na, compound interest. But he has paid 500. So this is the compound interest. No. We'll say principal for second year. How much? Rupees 5200 minus rupees 500. Clear? Now how will it be? 4700. Rupees 4700. Why have written this one? You understood or not? You tell me. If he has not paid any amount, then 5200 will be our principal for next year. But he has paid. He has paid 500. So it's not 5200. It is 4700. So now what I have to find out? I got the principal. Now interest. So interest for second year. How much? P into T into R by 100. So 4700 into time is 1 year into rate of interest 4% by 100. How much it will be? Rupees 188. 188. 118 or 188? 188. Okay. But they are asking you to find out what they are asking you to. They are saying how much amount of loan is left. You understand the question? How much amount of loan is left at the end of second year? Means how much amount of loan? Amount of loan means you have to find out the amount. Okay. Amount at the end of second year. I got the interest at the end of second year. So what I have to find out? Amount at the end of second year. So amount will be amount at the end of second year, or you can say loan, you can say, okay, whatever they ask you to find out. So 4700 plus 188. आवाज मत करो. 4700 plus rupees 188. So what is your answer here? Your answer will be 4888. This is the loan amount which is outstanding at the end of second year, which he has to pay now. But if he says that, for example, if he says that this much amount I cannot pay, I will pay you rupees 888. This was how much paying. He said this much I can pay. Okay, do one thing. Again I will take the do and then again then now principal will be how much? Principal will be, this will be not the principal, 4888 minus 888. So it will be how much? Rupees 4000 is my new principal. Again I will do the calculation until unless he is paying the amount. So again it may be he will pay 1000. So slowly it will go. There is a question. They will tell you that a person has taken a loan from the bank. At the end of every first year he is paying, in the end of first year he is paying 500. At the end of second year he is paying 888. At the end of third year he is paying 100 rupees. So like this, you understood how to do, you understood now? Same thing is there. When he has to pay 3,800, now again you will see how much amount is outstanding. If it is 4,000, they are saying he is paying in the third year 200. 4,000 minus 200 will be the principal of next year. If he is saying, it may be that they will say you that he is paying for each and every year 1,000 at the end of years. So year 1 is 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 like they will do. They will find out the principal of next year. Clear? They will try to make you confused with the question. But ultimately the concept is this one only. How to do? They have explained you concept. It may be the amount will vary, or they will say amount is same. Every year he will take 1,000 rupees is going to pay. Okay. So this is only the method. Clear? Same question only, small changes I will make. It may be that question may come like that also. They are saying that successive rates. Successive rates means what? More than rates will change. Why rates changes? Maybe that RBI changes the rate of interest. They say that sometimes because of corona the rate got increased. The fixed deposit, the money which we are keeping in the bank, previously we used to get 8%, 9%. Now because of this corona pandemic was there, they said that that government is not having that much amount of money, so we decrease the rate to 5%. So previously it was 8%, now it is 5%. So that is successive discounts. So we will do the sum over that only. They are saying that in the first year the rate of was, you take this one as 10%, for example 10%. In the second year principal amount, second amount at the end of second year, where is that one? Amount paid by him this much. Okay, this is the principal. Okay, the year rate is again the second year rate. Okay, it is 5%, got recaged. Okay, so they are saying that again the same question is same. The question is a person has taken the money from the bank. Okay, how much? 5,000 when the rate of interest was 10% for 2 years. Don't see the question, you see, for 2 years, understand this one. And he is paying that, do one thing, I will write the question, this much, after that, and he pays rupees 500 at the end of first year and rupees 1,000 at the end of second year. Question, I have somewhat changed the question. They are asking how much amount of loan is outstanding at the end of second year, means 2 years. So now rate is how much? 10%. How much is left? Outstanding is left. Okay, rate is how much? 5,000 into 10% into 1 year. So it will be how much? 500. Okay, now it will be how much? Amount at the end of first year, how much? 5,000 plus 500, 5,500. So this should be the principal of next year, but they are saying that he has paid 500 at the end of first year. So 5,500 minus 500, how much? 5,500 was the amount, minus 500 he has paid, so it will be 5,000 is the amount at the end of second year. So that will be the principal of next year. So this will be the principal of next year. So here 5,000 into 4%, how much you will get? 0, 0, 0, 0 cancel, 0, 5, 4, 20. So it will be rupees 200. Clear? Now interest amount will be how much? 200 plus, sorry, here will be how much? 5,000 na? 5,000 plus 200, how much will be? 5,200. Clear? This is the amount at the end of second year. Again he is saying he has paid 1,000 at the end of second year. So what I have to do? How much it will be? 1,000. Okay, so now principal will be how much next year? 1,000 minus here it will be how much? 5,200 na? Minus 1,000 how much? 4,200. So this is the amount which is outstanding at the end of second year. No, nothing difference is that. The thing is that the rate of interest is different for different years. What is the difference in that one? Clear understood na? So this type of questions may come in the exam. Okay, most probably. Sometimes they may say rate of interest is 10% per year. Per year and per annum both are same. Don't get confused. If they are saying R is equal to 10% per annum or 10% per year, both are same. It's not different. Okay, don't get confused with that value. Next value. Okay, same thing. What is the difference? Successive years, I told you how to do this calculation for successive years. Compound interest for the second year on this much. Okay. If they are asking to find out the difference between compound interest and simple interest, they give you principal, time is 2 years, and rate is 5% per year. Same thing. Okay. Simple interest you will do directly. Okay, not do individually. Okay. And compound interest you have to do individually, step by step. You have to do that one. You have to do. Okay. Now the whole sums what I have explained you now till now, that was annually, per annum. Okay, per annum. It was annually. Keep in your mind. It was per annum is annually, not half yearly, not quarterly. I am saying. This total sums was on annually. Okay, understood, per annum. Okay, so this is what this topic which I am explaining you. This is for next class. The basics I am explaining you now only, so that you can go through the basics. It will be easy for me and for you in the next class when we are doing half yearly, quarterly or annually. Okay, so what is this one means? Just like we saw in the question that compounded annually, we have heard this word many times, per annum, like this. So what does this means? Before that we need to understand what is conversion period. Conversion period, CONVERSION, conversion period. Conversion period means what? Just like the time period after which the interest is added up each and every time. For example, first January 2019. Okay, I have taken a loan. This timeline, time axis. Okay, this is 1st January and this is January, February, March, April, May, June. Okay, June 31st June 2019, and this will be 31st December 2019. Clear? 6 months gap. 6 months gap and 6 months gap. Before explaining conversion period, I will explain you something. Then it conversion that period will be easy for you to understand. Now they are saying that from year to year is how much? Directly 1 year. Right? From year to year directly how much? 1 year. So from year to year 1 year. If they are saying that I have taken a principal of 10,000, for example, the principal is 10,000, rate of interest is 10%, time is okay 2 years, or you can say 1 year. Okay, so time is they are not saying only, they are saying that annually. They are saying annually for a year. So annually for a year, how many times annually comes in a year? 1 time. Annually means 12 months you can say. In 1 year means how many times it will come? 1 time. Okay, so your time will be how much? Time, or you can say n is equal to 1. So you will consider n means here time is equal to 1. Annually in a year and annually both are same though. If they are saying that if the specific period is 1 year, the period they are saying 1 year, and they are saying the interest is compounded annually, means the time period they are saying that you have kept the money for 1 year in the bank, or you have taken the amount from principal from the me as 1 year, and the interest is compounded annually means this is also 1 year. So n is equal to 1, because in a period of 1 year annually how many times it comes? Clear? Now in case if they are saying that the period is for 6 months, the period is for 6 months, okay, and they are saying that interest is compounded semi-annually or half-yearly. Semi-annually means what? Half-yearly. Semi-annually means annually half year, or they say half-yearly. Okay, semi-annually or half-yearly. So in a year, if it is annually, 1 time n will come. But in a year, half yearly means how many it will come? 6 months. 6 months. How many times? N is equal to 2 times. Clear? Understood? In case if they are saying in a 1 year, they are saying that quarterly. Quarterly means how much? 3 months. Understand this one. So here 3 months means January, February, March. January is there. January, February, March. So 31st March. Then March, April, May, June, July, August, September, 31st September. Now, so this 3 months is what? Quarterly means 3 months. Quarterly means 3 months. Okay. Now, how many times it will come in a year? 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 times. So n is equal to how much? One more time. I'm saying that I have taken the principal or loan from some person for 1 year and I need to pay him the interest annually. Means I have taken the amount here, principal I have 10,000 here. When I have to pay him the interest annually means here directly, here directly. So how many times I need to pay? In case again I have taken the principal of 10,000 for 1 year, when I have to pay the interest to him half yearly, means when I have to pay after this one, again I have to pay when? So how many times I have to pay? In case I have taken the interest for 1 year, okay, amount for 1 year and I have to pay him quarterly. Quarterly means after this when I have to pay? Here first time I have to pay, again here also I have to pay, again here also I have to pay, again here also. How many times? This is what conversion period is. This is the basics of the next thing what we are going to do. Very easy. If you understand this one, everything will be done. So they are saying that you understood the conversion period means, now I will explain you the definition. The time after one interest period. The time in annually interest period how much? Only one. How much any time is left after one interest period? No, so that's a one. In 6 months, any time is left after one interest period? One more interest period is there. In quarterly, after this, one more. So this is conversion period. So in annually conversion period is only one time I have to pay. But in half yearly or semi-annually, I have to pay 2 times. 6 months, in 1 year 6 months come. And in quarterly, I have to pay 3 means 4 times I have to pay. The conversion period is 4, means n is 4. So this n is going to play a very important role in the next part what I am going to discuss with you. So be careful with these things, and whenever it is what we say, see, now you may ask me that if they told me that rate of interest is how much? 10%, per annum is there. Okay, if it is 1 year, I will take directly 10%. Na? If it is 1 year, directly I will take 10% because I have keeping the money for 1 year and rate is also for 1 year. But when I am keeping the amount for 6 months, the rate is 10%. Then what I will do?
So 5.
Then interest will be half. If the interest, they told you interest is 10% per annum, but I am keeping the money for 1 year. So 1 year per annum, no problem. Hai, the interest for 1 year I am paying you and you are keeping the amount for 1 year only. So I will pay you 10%, no problem. But you are saying me that you will take out the amount after 6 months, but I told you I will pay you rate of interest as 10% for a year. You have to keep the money for a year, then only you will get 10% as rate of interest. But you are taking out the amount, in the end of 6 months. So how much I will pay? 10% I will pay you? No, I have to pay you half. 6 months means half only. So rate is 10% means into 1/2. So 5% I will pay you. In case if you are saying that no, I will not take out at half yearly, I will take out at quarterly. So rate of interest is 10% into 1/4. 4 times it will come, na?
So can it be like that? The first 6 months it's 10%. The another month it's another.
How it will be 10%? Because rate of interest for a complete year it is 10%. You are taking out in 6 months, na?
The rate of interest will be same, just divided.
You have to divide. If it is for half yearly, 10% into 1/2. If it is quarterly, into 1/4. If it is annually, nothing to do. Okay, understood? So these are the things which you need to go through and will come in the next class, so that we can do the remaining part. Half yearly, quarterly, everything will be done with this thing. Okay.